Hey guys, this is the Betamax Man here. I am making some progress on the SL-5000, and this one's been really a big challenge, been a big pain in the ass, to be honest with you. Probably the most intense machine I've ever worked on. But if you guys remember last time I showed this thing, we were having some issues where the capstan was running really slow. And it was running so slow that you could see on the image that the image wasn't right. It was basically, it looked like it was going, frame by frame. It looked like it was in slow motion, basically. So I now have the capstan running at the right speed. However, I'm still having some issues getting the servo to lock in because I can't get it to lock in. So we'll hit play. And I've got it to, as you can see, it's now playing a tape. You can hear it, it sounds good, but still I can't get it to lock in. No matter what adjustments I do, I can't get the stupid thing to lock in. So I have to figure out, I think maybe it's in the pulse generator. It's probably needing to be adjusted, but so we'll do that. But I think it is the servo that's not quite locking in, because the sound sounds fine. It's just the drum. And it could be that I may have something else wrong with it. I don't know. But this thing will now, obviously you can see it's playing. We have sound now. We didn't even have sound before because the capstan wasn't running at the right speed. And the capstan was pulsating. It would start and stop, start and stop. And I knew that it was somewhere in the servo circuitry. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give you some updates. Stupid light. When I bought this house, when I moved into the room, I noticed that the previous owner, which was an idiot, put motion detectors in the room, in one of the bedrooms. Like, what kind of idiot would do that, So if it doesn't detect movement in the room, the light goes out. And, I don't know, I think it's got a timer for 10 minutes or something. It's crazy. The only thing I could think of is maybe the owner didn't want his kids constantly turning the lights on and off. I don't know. But, and the neighbors even said he was kind of an idiot. The guy claimed to be a contractor, supposedly. And he was working on people's houses. And he was not licensed. And he was not bonded. So he didn't even have any certification to do what he was doing. But anyway, he screwed up this house. He's done a couple screwy things with the wiring and stuff, so anyway, but yeah, I mean, this thing, I don't want to get hit with a copyright, but obviously, but I'll show you here that it is kind of playing somewhat. making some progress. I mean, at least I'm heading in the right direction. I think with the servo not locking in, they're probably not going to hit me with copyright, but I have done some adjustments on the drum in the capstan. I've got the capstan pretty much dialed in. I just got to try to get the drum dialed in. But I am making some progress. And also, it wouldn't eject because of that switch was broken. And now it ejects. I still have to replace the loading belt because it has to. Oh, didn't do it in time. If it doesn't load in time, it'll eject. Anyway, but yeah, this is the progress I'm making so far on this thing. I'm gonna do some more adjusting and see if we can get it to lock in. If I can't get it to lock in, then I'm gonna start in the pulse generator. That's gonna be the next place I'll go into. Also, I'm gonna check some of the solder connections because one of the wires for the audio video actually pulled out. The wires pulled out of the circuit board. So the solder joint failed and the wires just pulled out. But when I'm, lifting and that board is on a hinge, and when you're constantly going up and down, because I've been working on it for so long, eventually the wires, they break free, they break loose. And, so anyway, that's what happens there. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to dial it in, get it to lock in, and hopefully get this going. Now I'm going to have to adjust the tape speed, so I've got all 3 tapes. I've got to find a beta 3 tape because I don't know if I have any. I've only got like a couple of beta 3 tapes. I may have to just make a beta 3 recording so that I can adjust the adjustments for the beta 3, because you have, this machine has 3 adjustments for the capstan servo, and 1, 2, and 3. Also, there's a switch on the back that you have to switch back and forth between the 3 speeds. Beta 1, you gotta switch it to beta 1. Beta 2, you gotta switch it to that. And then beta 3, you have to switch. So it's a three-way switch. And basically, yeah. So, anyway, my mouth is dry. Get some mellow yellow in me. Oh yeah. Something I was thinking of doing for you guys is I might do a Q&A video where you guys can ask questions and I'll give you some answers. Maybe some of you have some questions about repairing these things that you'd like to get some knowledge, and so you know how to repair this stuff. So that's what I'd like to do, is to be able to do that. I mean, that would be cool to do a Q&A video. You know, kind of help you guys get yours going. But you know, also I'm available if you guys. I wasn't taking any customers in for a while because I just had too many of them. But now I need some customers coming in, so. Anyway, I'm gonna be working on this, and we'll keep you updated on it, and we'll do part 3 if I can get this thing to lock in and play correctly. Then we'll do the part 3. We'll do replacing the belts and the tires, and that will make this machine operational. I should be able to get it to lock in, but if I can't, I may need some help. But it turns out, so the problem I was having with the capstan is I accidentally put the wrong value caps. For some reason, there were two 16-volt caps. There were 16 volts. They might have been 25 volts, but they were 25 volt. They were, yeah, I had 25s at 33 microfarad, and they're supposed to be a 0.22 microfarad. So, and then there was another microfarad that was I had a 1 microfarad in when it was supposed to be 0.1 microfarad. So quite a bit of difference. And of course the voltages that I have are 50 volts, and the voltages that are supposed to be in here supposed to be a 25. So there's some 16 volt ones as well. They're supposed to be and that's pretty high on the voltage. So, but that's what I have is 50 volts. That's all I got. And I'll have to order some of the 16 and the 25 volt ones in. But, and that could be why it's still not locking in. Because if it's getting too much voltage, that can cause problems. So, and that might be what it is. I don't know. But hey, anyway, that's the update so far on this thing. Stay tuned for part 3.